Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us. Stay where you are. Don't you go away. We have the maddest group of celebrity couples I think we've ever had. It's been absolute chaos so far. I mean, in the previous shows, not up to now. But watch the rest of today. Winning money today for the blue section from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Mr. Gavin MacLeod and his wife, Patty. We're not going to fool around today. This is getting to be a blood match here. And I think we should get rolling, don't you, Gavin?
Let's go, let's roll.
Are you ready? You ready, Patty?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Winning money for the Bananas. The Bananas, Charlie Brill and Mitzi McCall. What? Now, listen. Are you asking for hands from the other guys now?
I'm very cocky.
Oh, really?
Very cocky.
I wonder why.
Well, because I won a few games and that's it.
Oh, now he's got the big head. Okay.
That's it.
We'll see.
Cannot lose.
Oh, yeah? We'll find out, won't we? Winning money today for the red section from That's My Mama, Mama herself, Teresa Merritt, and her husband, Mr. Benheim. Charlie thinks he's got it all wrapped up. I think you and Teresa have something to say about that, won't you?
The race is not over yet. The race is not over. It hasn't started yet.
That's right.
What's he got to say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He tries to psych you out. He wants to get you worried. See, that's all.
I'm not worried.
Nervous.
Oh, no.
You're worried. Here we go. First question for you ladies, worth $150. This is it. Ladies, before going to sleep last night, what was the last thing you and your husband spoke about? Think carefully and try to remember it. Off you go. Good question. There they go. Gavin, you're racking your brain at this moment.
It wasn't indigestion.
No. You didn't say I ate the whole thing. Okay.
Listen, we just finished filming a show. It was about 12 o'clock. I have to think, in retrospect. I think we said, we'll get enough sleep. So I really can't tell you what we said.
Can you show us?
It's a half-hour show, I can't.
Gavin, do this then.
What is it,
Well, it
Bert?
says, what was the last thing you spoke? Can you give us
I'll tell you what
the
we said.
general category, the
Yeah.
area,
All
so
right.
that she can match it?
Good night.
No. The last thing you spoke about.
The last thing she said, she said, it's a half-hour show, I can't.
Gavin, do
What
this
is it?
then.
What is it,
Well, it
Bert?
says, what was the last thing you spoke? Can you give us
I'll tell you what we
the
said.
general category, the
Yeah.
area,
All
so
right.
that she can match it?
Good night.
No. The last thing you spoke about.
The last thing she said, she said, and this is the God's honest truth.
Yeah.
She said, we have an alarm system in our house.
Yeah.
And there's a little white light that flashes all night long if you leave all the windows down. That means the alarm system is working.
Right.
Now, when that light is on, it's like somebody, a voyeur in that room and so forth.
Right.
So the last thing she said to me, she said, would you open the window a little bit so that light would go off?
Oh.
The rest is up to the imagination of the world.
I
But that's
understand.
exactly what she said.
That's exactly the
If I
last thing you
remember
spoke
correctly.
about. Gee, you certainly did remember it. You remembered exactly what to do. And now we know. The window's open, the light's off. Whoop. Okay, let's bring on Patty. Here she comes. Patty,
Yes.
what was the last thing you and Gavin spoke about last night?
That's hard to say because Gavin always sort of falls asleep in the middle of a sentence.
Oh.
But I would say that it was probably his show because he taped a show last night, the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
He mentioned that in passing, but that was not what he mentioned.
Getting up this morning?
honey, clean try.
Yeah, good, clean try. We'll just tell you that it had something to do with a little white light that was blinking. Thank you, Patty. And while she's pondering that, Charlie, what will Mitzi say?
It's here's what happened. I'll give you a blow by blow. What happened? The conversation was, don't forget, we have to do Tattletales tomorrow. Don't get too drunk, okay, honey? Are you drunk? Yes, honey, that's good. You're coming to bed? Yes. Are you drunk? Yes, honey, don't forget Tattletales. Are you drunk? So it's between drunk and Tattletales.
Uh-huh.
I think drunk.
You think so? Yeah. That was the last thing you spoke about?
Yeah, then I passed out.
I see. The last thing you remember, anyway.
That's it.
All right, you'll say...
She may have spoken after I passed out, but
Okay.
I wouldn't know. From
It'll be something in that category.
in the
then.
liqueur department.
Yes, okay, here she comes now. Mitzi, what was, in fact, the last thing that you and Charlie spoke about last night?
He asked me if I had remembered to take my pills.
No, that's not... I don't know how he can remember that. He was out of his gourd at the time.
I might have.
He might have. That isn't what he said. You want to tell Mitzi what you said,
What'd you
Charlie?
say?
Or should
You
we
know,
just-
the usual, honey. Did you drink too much? Yes, that's good. Good night, sweetheart.
That's it. Wrong. Sorry about that. Ben, you got a
Sorry.
chance to get the whole thing right here.
Well, I came 3,000 miles, and we came into Los Angeles, fooled around a little bit, and don't take it that way.
Oh.
And you know what she said? The last thing she said, go to sleep.
She said, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
But is that the last thing you talked about?
Well,
remember,
no.
that's what I'm going to say to her, so she
Well,
might...
that's the last thing that I remember. She says, go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go for anything else about that you talked about? Because that's what I'm really asking. I'm saying, what is the last thing you and your husband spoke about? Now, if you want to say she said go to sleep, then that's what we'll go with.
Well, that's the last thing that I recollect.
Okay, here she comes now. Teresa, nobody's gotten this right yet, so you have a chance to get the whole thing. What was the last thing that you and Ben spoke about last night?
We talked about so many things. And we were looking at the Tonight Show, and I looked over and he was snoring, I thought. Then I turned the light out, and the next thing he said, do you have to sleep over so far?
And
And I said, well, this is a king size bed. And that's all I remember.
No, that's not what he said. Well, listen, now, we didn't get a lot of money won, but we found out a lot, didn't we, gang? No harm done, Teresa. That's not what Ben said.
What did you
go to sleep?
He said that you said go to sleep, but don't worry about
Oh.
it. Stay awake now because this next question becomes worth $300 instead of $150. It's coming right up in just a moment after we break away for this message for you. Don't go away. See you in a moment. Hello! Nobody got the first question right. That makes this one worth $300. A lot of money. Here we go. Ladies, it is for you. Good question, too. Ladies, all marriages go through rocky periods. I would know about that. What year of your marriage would you say was the rockiest? The first, this last year, or sometime in between?
Victory!
Now remember, you don't have to tell us when if it's sometime in between. Just sometime in between the first and the last will do. Off you go, ladies. All right, big guy. You smell victory, eh?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Last year, it was a tightrope from beginning to end.
Yeah?
The rest of the years were bad, too, but I remember last year was the worst.
You had a lot of arguments or
Well, no,
trouble?
we didn't talk from January to December. It was good for me. I liked it. No, last year was a bad year.
Oh, okay.
She wouldn't give me the punchlines, nothing. We just couldn't last year.
Last year was
No
a bad
question,
year. How
no
about this
question.
year so far?
Not so good.
Not so good.
But maybe they'd be better than last year.
Okay, here she comes. Mitzi, what year of your marriage would you say was the rockiest?
What this man has put me through in the last year,
That's it!
I
You
can't
got
tell
it.
you.
She was right. Please, please, don't encourage him. He's impossible enough now.
Can't live
All right,
with
you
him.
have a share of the $300, Charlie. You did indeed smell victory. He's tossing his curls back now. Ben, what will Teresa say?
Well, we had a good first year.
Yeah.
Last year wasn't bad, so I would say in between.
Sometime in between.
In between,
And you've been
yes.
married a while. You've
Yes.
been married 30 big ones,
30
right?
years,
30
yes.
years, isn't it? That's wonderful. Okay, so you will say sometime in between.
In between, yes.
Because the first was good and the last one wasn't bad. Here comes Teresa. Teresa, which will you say were the rockiest years? Will you say the first year of your marriage, this last year, or sometime in between?
Sometime in between.
That's it. You got it. Do you happen to remember which year that was? That doesn't make any difference.
Yes, I would say the rockiest was 1949.
All right.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yes. You remember that year?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
very
was a
well.
vintage year.
That was a very good
We won't
year.
press it any further. Thank you, Teresa. Gavin, what will Patty say? What will she pick?
There is no contest. We've been married for 2 years. It's like it's a set-up question. I have to, after much thought and searching and so forth, I have to say that our first year was the most difficult.
Was the rockiest.
Was the rockiest.
Yeah. That can happen, can it? I mean, that's...
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
No, true. You know, wouldn't it be the funniest thing in the world if he got this wrong?
Oh, no. I bet my life on this. I don't
Oh, really? Don't
LeBron
do that,
Angel.
because they'll take it if you're wrong.
What are they going to do with it?
Okay, here she comes. Patty, what would you say was the rockiest for you and your marriage? The first year, this last year, or sometime in between?
Well, we've only been married about 1.5 years.
Oh.
Only seems like 2 years.
That's right. So I think the first year.
That's the one. You got it. Everybody got it. We split it 3 ways. No harm done. And everybody's in good shape at halftime, fellas. Step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies to the front. We shall return momentarily. I hope you will too. See you in a minute. Three-way tie. In case you're interested, it's worth $100 for you, for each of you, and this one's worth $150. Men, our magic genie gives you a choice. Would you rather be as sexy-looking as Robert Redford, as intelligent as Albert Einstein, or as funny as Woody Allen? Don't say anything, but think it over. And goodbye. Off they go. And we'll start with you, Teresa. What will Ben say?
I think intelligent.
As
Einstein.
intelligent as Einstein. Okay. Robert, if you're watching, nothing personal, it's just that's what Teresa feels. You'll say he will pick as intelligent as Albert Einstein. Here he comes. Ben, we're going to give you your choice. Would you rather be as sexy looking as Robert Redford, as intelligent as Albert Einstein, or as funny as Woody Allen?
As sexy as Robert Redford.
No.
What did she say?
Sorry about that. Teresa, tell Ben what you said.
I didn't know you were that vain.
Come on, you see, you don't even know me.
See?
No.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She said Albert Einstein.
Oh, come on.
Well, don't yell at me. I didn't say it.
No, I'm yelling at her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Ben.
Okay.
Patty, what about Gavin? Which one of those 3 will he choose?
Well, he's always said, Bert, if he had looked like you, he'd have been a star 20 years ago.
Oh,
So I think he would like to look like Robert Redford.
you think so? Okay.
Be as sexy as Robert Redford.
Let's bring him on and find out. Gavin, would you rather be as sexy looking as Robert Redford, as intelligent as Albert Einstein, or as funny as Woody Allen?
As sexy looking as Robert.
You got it. Charlie probably say as sexy looking as Woody Allen.
But I have a problem because Charlie, to me, is as funny. Well, maybe not as funny as Woody Allen, but I mean, he's as funny
He's
as Woody Allen.
funny, yes.
I mean, he breaks me up all the time. He's very sexy. Please, it's the best I could do. And Albert Einstein, I don't think he'd want to be that bright because then he'd have to leave me because I wouldn't understand him. And it so happens that next to you, Bert Convy, who I love and think is the grooviest, Robert Redford comes in second.
Oh, okay.
So since you didn't say you, I think, although he's such an egomaniac, he already thinks he's gorgeous like Robert Redford, that kook. But I'm gonna go for Robert Redford,
Okay.
bananas.
Robert Redford it is. Here he comes. Charlie.
Go ahead.
We're going to give you a choice. You can be as sexy looking as Robert Redford, as intelligent as Albert Einstein, or as funny as Woody Allen. What would you choose?
The only one that I don't have right now.
Which is that?
Robert Redford's face.
That's it. You got it. Dixie, Charlie, Patty, and Gavin split in half. We'll be back. $300 question coming up, and that will decide the game. Don't go away. Anybody can win today. Stick around. not be on. Hello.
Oh,
This
hi.
question is worth $300, and this is it. And if you are ready, fellas, here. No, this one is not worth $300. We have extra time. That means this one will be worth $150. Then the $300 question. Extra money, gang. Today, here we go. I'm sorry that hand just blew the time. It'll now. No, it's all right. Here we go, fellas. Which would you rather be, President of the United States or President of United Artists? Okay? Take it over. Goodbye. I'll explain to our audience at home that United Artists is a major motion picture company and a very important one. And we will start where? We'll start with Patty.
Oh, I think definitely with President of United Artists.
Yes. Why?
Well, I don't think he would, I don't think many men would want the job of President of the United States right now. And Gavin's only been in show business. That's all he knows.
Right.
Of course, he doesn't know anything about money, handling money.
Well, the President of the United Artists doesn't know much about it either.
But so that'll have to be it.
I just couldn't resist that. You'll say the President of the United Artists.
Right.
Here he comes now. Gavin, which will it be? President of the U.S. or President of UA?
President of United Artists, because I love show business.
That's it! Show business is your life! You got it. And I'm sure Mr. David Picker, if he's watching today, will be very interested in this question. Mitzi, what will Charlie say?
Well, it certainly can't be hail to the chief. Hail to the thief, maybe.
Mitzi said that. Mitzi McCall said that.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, Charlie would like to be president of United Artists.
Yes.
And have all those starlets come in and go, "Oh, Mr. Brill, do you think I could get a part?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll break every bone in his body.
Okay.
And there's many.
Yes. President of United Artists.
Absolutely.
Bring Mr. President on. Mr. President.
Yeah.
No, Mr. President doesn't say yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, my boy.
Yes, that's right. Mr. President, which
Yes.
would you rather be president of, the U.S. or the UA?
If I had to spend my life falling from airplane steps and things like that, this was not a thrill. I would rather make movies. I'd be president of UA.
That's it. You got it. Thank you, Charlie. Teresa, what will Ben say?
I'm going to say president of UA.
President of UA, huh?
Yeah.
Does he like movies?
Yes, he likes movies. I think he hasn't had too much encouragement of the past presidents we've had. So I don't think anybody wants that job at the moment.
Okay, it's taken anyway, so let's bring on Ben. Here he comes. Ben, which would you rather be president of, the U.S. or UA?
UA.
That's it. You got it. That was easy. You all got that one. Isn't that interesting? Now what? We split that 3 ways. Here comes the next question. There's the money on the board. Still a very close game. Anybody can win. This question is worth $300. So there's a lot of money at stake up here, gang. Whoops, here we go. Men, have you ever been sorry your wife has a credit card? Think back to a time. There might have been one. Off you go, fellas. That could be for a number of reasons. Because of forgetting what the slip was for, it's too much, or whatever. Teresa, what will Ben say?
I can tell you, yes, my husband is sorry that I ever had a credit card
That good,
or that
eh?
they were ever invented.
Okay, the answer was yes.
Yes.
Here comes Ben. But for $300 we go now. Ben, have you ever been sorry that Teresa has a credit card?
All my life I've been sorry, but
All right, here we go. Ben, you have a share of the $300. Mitzi will come down to Charlie. What's he going to say?
I don't have them anymore. He ripped them up for my birthday. Yeah, he's really sorry that he ever gave me one.
Yeah?
Yeah, because my favorite word since the day I was old enough to talk was charge.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's really sorry.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you charge a lot on cards and
Oh,
things?
it's a sickness.
Really?
You know what I mean? It really is. I can't resist anything. Everything I love. There's nothing I don't love.
Yes.
I just want them all in assorted colors and it's terrible.
Okay, all right. I guess the answer then is yes, he's sorry.
Yeah, I'd say
Is that
so.
what you're saying? Okay, here he comes. Charlie?
Yeah.
Have you ever, sir, been sorry?
Did she ever tell you about the time her credit cards were stolen?
No, she
And
never did.
I didn't report it because I knew the thief could never spend what she spends. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
All right, now, this brings down the interesting situation that if you get this right, you're going to take some of that money away from the banana section.
Wrap it up and charge it is my favorite game.
Yes. Don't sing anymore. We have to pay a royalty.
Okay. Yes. What's the question? Yes, he's sorry that I ever had a credit card
Yes,
because
he's
I'd
sorry
love to charge.
Funny that the ever is not in the question. Yes, they've all put ever in there. Have you ever been sorry your wife has a credit card? The answer is yes. Here he comes.
Yes.
Gavin, have you ever been sorry that Patty has a credit card?
I love her. She's a wise consumer. I've never been sorry she has a credit
No,
card.
that's not what he said. Mitzi and Charlie, Teresa and Ben split the pot in half. However, time is up. The Bananas have won it with Mitzi and Charlie. Oh, they're up again, folks. We'll be back in a moment to let you know how much the Bananas have won. Don't go away.
It's a lot of ifs.
Okay, the big winners today, the Bananas with Charlie and Mitzi, $375. We had a grand, 1,375 big wins. Never saw anything like it. Please. I don't know. Next you'll be naming yourself dictators. Look at this. The whole crowd gets up. That's terrific. You were all splendid today. And Ben and Teresa, you're learning.
Yes, we are.
You're having a tough time as rookies. Gavin, how are things on Mary Tyler
I'm
Moore?
burning all the charge cards. I'm going to talk to this lady.
I'm going to charge so much.
See, we find out
Because he
things
loves
that
it.
sometimes you don't expect us to find out is what happens.
Yeah. Now I know I can go way
You can
beyond my
go.
limit.
Oh, are you going to have a nice holiday season? I hope you all have a nice holiday
the
season,
stars right
too.
now.
Please look in on us once in a while. Won't you? Bert Convey saying so long, everybody. See you next time.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.